This park is so beautiful, but yet has such a tragic story behind it. Welcome everyone, and many thanks for being here. For today's great adventure, we find ourselves at the B-52 Memorial Park, right outside of Orlando International Airport. And today is my 3-year YouTube anniversary. But I want to tell you about the tragic story behind the B-52 Memorial Park. And I'm asking you, come join me. And right over that tree line over there is where the International Airport is, Orlando International Airport, formerly known as the McCoy Air Base. If you ever booked a flight at OIA, on your ticket it says MCO for McCoy. And over here is the Beechliner 528 and also 436 that heads right into the airport. And there goes the airplane taking off on cue. And being it's my 3rd year anniversary, this was actually the second video I ever uploaded. So I wanted to come back here and kind of retell the story that's not been told very much about the tragedy behind the B-52 Memorial Park. And that knowing that we're in Florida during the summertime where it rains literally every afternoon, please excuse the lawnmower, they're just doing their jobs here. So on Easter weekend of March 31st, 1972, a B-52 bomber, probably something very similar to this, took off from McCoy Air Base. And within minutes of taking off, the B-52 started experiencing engine failure and immediately turned around and attempted a landing back at McCoy Air Force Base. But unfortunately, the B-52 crashed about a half a mile before the runway, leveling nearly 2 blocks and leaving a 150-foot crater in the ground. And tragically, all 7 crewmen perished that day, including a 10-year-old boy who was playing outside in fields in that 2-block area. And we're behind the plane right now, and check out the rear. It looks like some sort of a gunner spot here, right in the middle there. And this plane is so massive, you can barely, I don't think the whole wingspan is actually fitting in the frame here. And the really neat thing is you can come up here and touch the plane and get as close as you can to it. And strangely enough, I actually met 2 kids that survived this crash that were playing out in the field with the 10-year-old boy. And they had burns over a big majority of their body. I met them at a church basketball league several years down the road. They were a few years older than me, but I asked them what happened. They told me they were part of the B-52 crash here in Orlando. It's amazing. Small world. And there's a historical marker where the crash site location, or roughly where the location of the crash site was. We're gonna head over there next. And situated along Conway Road, right on the corner of Conway and Merriweather, right in the center of your screen, is the historical marker I was talking about. Let's take a closer look at it. And here it is. It says 11:20 a.m., March 31st, 1972. You can read the rest if you like, but it fell 3,200 feet short of the runway, carved a 150-foot crater in the ground, 40,000 gallons of fuel, and pretty much burned a 2-block residential area. And the backside of the historical marker has the names on there. And one thing that was, I got a comment from a viewer, her father's name, Colonel William Kessler, is on there. I mean, obviously he was on the flight, and it just made my hair stand up and got goosebumps when I read that comment. I'll put a picture of the comment right there. And look how close we still are to the airport. And March 31st, 2022 was the 50-year anniversary, and I contacted both the City of Orlando and Orange County government were they gonna do anything in remembrance of this tragic event that happened in Orlando, and both governments said no, they had nothing planned. And in my opinion, both governments dropped the ball on this one. What a shame. I mean, typical politicians, all talk, no action, but in this case, no talk, no action. And that field across the road here is the crash site. I'll go a little bit closer to give you a better look, but there's not much to see. And as you see, this is posted no trespassing, restricted area. This is still airport property. Like I said, we're about a little less than a mile from the actual airport runway. Maybe about a mile. And actually growing up in Orlando, I grew up probably 3 miles north of the airport. In fact, this road here, Conway Road, you take it all the way down to Hoffner and make a right. And I'm down that road right there, right off of Hoffner. And occasionally, when I was a child, occasionally B-52s would land, but very rarely at the airport still. And here's one last look at the field or area of the crash site. And again, another plane is taken off. Back in 1972, this was a very sparsely populated area. Orlando's not like it is now. So fortunately for that situation, there was less casualties on the ground. And with all that being said, that's gonna wrap it up here, right about a mile outside of the Orlando International Airport, right beyond this tree line here. Please like and subscribe. Take care, until next time. 3-year anniversary down, still many more to go. Thank you so much for all the support. Hey, thanks for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please consider becoming a channel member. If you already are one, thanks for the support. Let's grow this together.